These psychological facts are worth millions, so stay with me. An average individual's mind wanders 30% of the time. The human brain can store an estimated 2,500,000 gigabytes, 300 years of TV shows. Individuals who have a deep sense of guilt are better at identifying the emotions and concerns of the people around them. Eye pupil rises to 45% when an individual looks at somebody they love. Having siblings is proven to help with getting along well with peers. The way an individual treats the employees at an establishment tells immensely about their character. Food prepared by someone else tastes much better than your own preparation, even when you use the same recipe. People in blue wall rooms are much more productive. Hearing a single negative thing could damage at least 5 positive memories. Studies have shown that consuming food without preservatives will increase IQ by up to 14%. You seem to think more about a specific individual than about catastrophic events. Our brain size has decreased by 10% since we were hunter-gatherers. Being alone is harder for your health than you really believe. Smart people tend to have fewer mates than the average person. The smarter the individual, the more selective they become. People who speak 2 languages can unintentionally change their personalities when they switch to speak from one language to another. We're the most imaginative in the night and the least creative in the day. You are more likely to blame someone when something negative happens. Studies have found that people who are in a position of influence and power are very poor in determining other people's emotions. People between the ages of 18 and 33 are the highest percentage to have depression in the world. The broken heart condition is also called stress cardiomyopathy, which could lead to critical short-term heart muscle dysfunction. If you can't interrupt the stream of thinking at night, write it down. This is going to put your mind at ease so that you can relax. Physically, repetition affects the brain as new associations are made between brain cells. The maximum number of close relationships, friendships, you can maintain is between 50 and 150. Emotional pain is remembered better than actual pain, which has a greater influence on your behavior. If we have a plan B, our plan A is less likely to succeed. The starting and the ending are easier to recall than the middle ones. If a person laughs too much, even at stupid things, he is lonely deep inside. If a person speaks less but speaks fast, he is keeping something secret. The sight of water has a very calming and soothing effect on people. It makes them experience happiness, calming thoughts, and be more imaginative. You're conditioned to enjoy the songs you've most listened to in high school. We would like to break more laws if one law is too strict. Our minds are working on making boring speeches more exciting. It has been found that staying optimistic about the future can powerfully shield people from physical and mental illness. Your brain is doing more imaginative work when you're sleepy. Your reliance on social media is the product of your psychological system. Chocolate discharges the same chemical in your body as when you feel love. That last person you think of before you sleep is either the reason you are happy or in pain. Researchers have observed that thinking that something bad is going to happen is less stressful to understand than not understanding how it will eventually wind up. Shy people tell others very little about themselves, but they do it in quite a manner that makes other individuals believe they know them better than they think they do. people would rather change the truth than change their views about people. Larger groups make worse and more subjective choices than smaller groups of people. When you feel like you're low on something like money, you're obsessive about it. People who view crime, shows and films, have consistently overestimated the frequency of crime in the real world. Some people live their lives as if they were in a reality television show. Seeing others favorably shows our positive characteristics. Seeing others negatively reveals our negative attributes. Depression is often referred to as the product of thought. Imagination causes issues that don't exist. Being happy around people makes you happier. Convincing yourself that you slept well tricks your brain into believing you did. 97% of people write their own name when given a new pen. Phobias may be memories, which are passed down through many ancestors using our DNA, according to new studies. Romantic desire is biochemically indistinguishable from serious obsessive-compulsive disorder. Researchers are thinking of adding internet addiction to the general list of psychiatric illnesses. The brain experiences rejection as physical discomfort. We might persuade ourselves that a dull job was enjoyable if we weren't rewarded. Sugar and fat were pretty good stuff to our predecessors. Our brain doesn't think that long-term deadlines are so significant. Our own local culture and environment can sometimes cause hallucinatory voices. The average high school student now has the same level of anxiety as compared to the average psychiatric ward inmate in the early 1950s. Religious rituals, such as prayer, are associated with significantly lower levels of mental issues or psychological discomfort. No one born blind has ever had schizophrenia. Your choices are more logical because you think about another language. Human behavioral studies indicate that a person who loses a mobile phone experiences a fear comparable to a near-death experience. A hug longer than 20 seconds will produce hormones in your body that make you trust the individual who is hugging you. People are franker because they're emotionally drained. That's why people mention things in late-night talks.